bring the
When
ship.
you ask him to make it right, you see how bad of a sailor Crow is, as he just like takes 3 days to turn a spiral around F to try and zero in on it.
We keep going past it.
Yeah, it's all lefts.
This is pretty close to the lower depths. I'm gonna put the challenge at a 2.
Okay.
Because these are more barbarous fish.
All right.
Oh shit, these fish know how to cut hair.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, I am gonna re-roll it because there's no way we can do worse than that. That is the -4.
Oh.
So I'll tap the sea as my mistress and her children are my own.
Sure.
The first one gets away.
Okay.
Maybe taking some crucial line and hook with it. But I will try again.
All right. Undaunted.
And here comes the 0. There we go.
There we go. Okay, you get to choose between these two.
All right. Man, gain water breathing and +2 physique to resist the bends for one scene. Holy shit, those are good.
I could do that if I want.
I am I am gonna crunch it for Carl Linnaeus, but fuck. I'll take the water breathing one.
All right. Go ahead and roll on the table.
Oh, that's right. Table fishing events, right?
Yep. Okay.
It never doesn't feel ominous. The ocean allows your incidental.
There's one. It's like 1 in 80 chance that some shit happens. I would fucking love it. I hope so much that the math is generous to me.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. In that case, you do come away with it, and you are going to prepare it for Linnaeus, which, looking at the record, puts you 1 short of getting your charter into the Parliament of Pleasure.
Which is great because we'll have 2 opportunities on the way back. So
great. Okay.
We're doing this side quest correctly. This is optimal so far.
Perfect. And let me roll one thing, and then we can get moving, and you'll tell me which way you're heading.
Okay.
Oh
my god.
All right. So in that case, let's just set the scene. It's been a day since you left the Dawn Machine, and during that time, a curious fog has rolled in. It basically eliminates the sky. It eliminates the sea. There's a moment where you feel as though there is nothing. You are sailing on air, and this fog does not break for hours. There's moments where you feel as if the sun and the sky have been hidden from you, and that you will never find your way out of it. And just kind of Crow, what do you do in a situation like this?
I think he has sailing around an ominous fog on what looks like a ghost ship has him feeling extremely normal, and he isn't. He's sailing slowly, but is not doing much to change course. His eyes just study the fog as though it were normal.
Okay. Then to your practice eye, there's eventually a light. Not just one, hundreds. It seems like the very moon has come down into the water. And in the moments where the water finally breaks, you look past and you see a massive ship. A pleasure cruiser. You can tell roughly 4 stories tall. Illuminated with lights and the sounds of cheering and laughter and kind of revelry escaping from it. And I guess you would know this. This is the Fortune's Favor. Is a kind of a mysterious traveling kind of casino vessel, for lack of a better name. Though you never know where it is going to show up, and neither do they.
Everyone hears rapid clomping of boots across the wooden deck, and then a splash as Crow hurls himself off the deck to go jump onto the pleasure palace.
Far overboard.
Don't snitch, Grampy.
Take me with you.
First mate, Grandpa.
I don't know my name.
The champs.
Huh.
And there's just kind of a wistful music that beckons you from the deck of the ship itself. You are not locked in this, of course. You see in the distance the shore has returned, and you now have your bearings again and know which way you should head towards White Cliff.
I don't have an aspect on my sheet that I could earn a fate point for compelling myself to steer into the pleasure palace.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can't justify it.
I mean, the DM can just compel you. It doesn't even have to be on your aspect.
It generally does.
I don't think so.
When's
I
the
think
last
the
time
book,
everyone read the book?
it literally says in the book. I read that.
I do think it says that.
There is one element here that I think could be interesting. I don't want to bully us going on here, but we could say that, Crow, there are still two names you don't have any information on. And that a kind of mystical traveling ship that has seen all shores of the Shallows might have some information on it.
I mean, if you would like to compel me, I have my own internal reason.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
That's
compel
fine.
you. Yeah. Yeah, let's see it.
And
I'm
Crow,
interested.
not consulting anyone, is going to recognize the McDonald's temptation of the boat and just steer toward it.
Okay, which brings it ever closer. And at this point, everyone on the ship, you can hear the sounds of revelry. They are not trying to hold it. It seems like they're just kind of shouting out into the moon or into the night. And there is kind of a bob as the ship comes to a rest, and Crow, you're sitting astride this massive vessel.
Whatever one does to dock alongside a bigger boat, Crow is going to do that and let himself out as though, like, driving a bus full of people, he is at liberty to just make stops for himself, and so he gets out and just goes to go aboard.
Perfect. When you do, the gangplank is already out, and there is a man kind of waiting at the end, and he will say, "Welcome, fine sir, to the Fortune's Favor. Who do I have the privilege of introducing tonight?"
Why?
Because everyone will be curious.
He looks around awkwardly.
Well,
He checks inside of his coat again.
Crow.
ladies and gentlemen, Crow! And there will be, out from hundreds of windows, the sounds of clapping and shouting. As looking up above, you will see plenty of people just kind of throwing down paper flowers to you. And this man at the front says, "Well, Crow, let's find out why you came."
He looks like somebody who thought they bought a ticket that didn't involve a tour guide and is realizing it involves one.
This will be kind of the vibe. I'll be honest, I didn't think we'd be doing this super early, but it is random chance, so here we go.
Oh.
I kind of want to find an audio track for a jaunty thing. Let me see if there's anything
Yeah,
real
I'm
quick.
pretty
some
sure one of the
swank.
first results is 1940s Speakeasy, if I can remember correctly.
1920s Speakeasy. You were
Yeah,
so
that is-
close. That's hilarious. Oh wait, 1940s Office.
1940s Boardwalk.
And
actually.
Boardwalk, that's
oh,
it.
There's an Office
Yep.
one? I gotta get that inaugurated.
Yeah, there's a Boardwalk and Office. So
Nice.
let's go ahead and see how the Boardwalk sounds.
I'm gonna need that later for Crude.
Yeah. That just sounds like a... Oh, we'll let it play for now. At this point, you all on board will hear the shouting voice say, "Welcome, Crow!" And whoever is sleeping will not be anymore.
Yeah,
Anyone who looks
I'll
out
wake
can
up.
see him frontlit getting led in around the shoulder by a man he doesn't know.
I'm gonna look through one of the portholes on the side of the ship and go, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Yeah, Rakote upon being stirred and realizing that we've stopped and terrified that we're in White Cliff with the Tyburn company will come fucking sprint hobbling out of his cabin.
The pale lady will again sort of service by you, and she'll say, "Is it time for my descent?"
He'll just look to you slack-jawed, and the first deckhand that he see, he'll be like, "You there? Why have we stopped?"
He will just say, "Sir, the fog had broken." Well, that. No point.
He'll look up and see the pleasure cruise. You said this was fairly well known, right?
Oh, yeah, Fortune's favor. You don't have to roll for that.
Fortune's favor. He'll say, "We have stopped to gamble. How fitting."
He did, sir. You'll see Crow at the end of the boardwalk.
He'll say, "Are you sure it was Crow? This is not the traveling tournament of arms."
What are we doing? What is this?
Norman will appear and say, "Nope, sir. It was him. Saw it myself."
Oh,
It's a bit fickle,
Why?
isn't he?
He's just immediately throwing shade. You know who wouldn't do that? This guy.
And he will start kind of like sauntering up to the wheel.
Yeah.
Should we leave him, sir?
He'll look to you, Norman, and he'll say, "No, but be ready to depart."
Of course.
And I'll start moving in the direction of Fortune's favor.
The pale lady will follow, very confused and ambivalent about it.
I, still holding a pillow, will also follow.
Big stupid sleeping cap above his metal frame.
Yeah, it doesn't even fit.
What time is it?
It's impossible to tell. On the Fortune's
7
favor,
p.m.
it is. You know what? Let's just say, like, yeah.
Like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I was thinking
Sure.
like 2 a.m., like the middle of the night.
It's like 7 p.m. Everybody goes to
Why-
bed crazy early. Like for toddlers.
Actually, I mean, I guess it wouldn't. I don't know. In the setting, it might make sense because when the sun goes down, what do you got to do?
That's
true.
true.
That's
That
why we
is
had
very
bad
true.
times.
I do like the notion that everybody just starts yawning at 5 p.m.
Yeah, 6:45 and people are like rubbing
Ooh.
their eyes like, "Ooh, it's about time to..."
Pack it in.
I think I might hit the hay.
Except we got one crew member who's up all night on his gaming rig.
Up on the crow's nest, he's got a whole setup.
He never
Streamer.
gets cold. He never gets tired. He's just really cool.
I call him the crow streamer. He's pretty cool.
We fucking know he's up there because he's banging his keyboard every time in CSGO he gets headshot.
He gets killed at CS the instant we see another keyboard sail off the top of the mast and into the water. Oh, shit!
Sick of blood!
Dude, you missed every shot. Yeah, well,
Google Cable. Tell me.
there's just a giant cable running from our ship all the way back to the Wi-Fi.
To a router in his mom's house.
It's
Cuts
fucking
out
sitting on like little fucking pool noodles
Yeah.
on the surface of the water.
Cut back and there's a million animals entangled and killed inside of the thing. And it's like a hazard.
Fucking baby sea turtle. Jesus.
You all can come along, and as you do, Crow, this man who's fairly well dressed will just kind of like walk you forward and then stop and just plainly wait for you to lead. Just kind of looking left and right down the street.
Street.
Yeah, it seems
Oh.
like it. It's like a
I-
gang. It's like a long. Go ahead.
I missed the description. I was up grabbing a plate.
Yeah, sorry. It is a massive ship. I cannot understate how large this thing
It's
is.
like a
It's almost
Disney
like a floating
cruise.
city. Yeah, honestly, yes. If you think Disney cruise, you're basically there. With long, kind of open causeways that are basically streets and kind of shops and gambling halls. There's basically any type of pleasure that you can think of will be found on this craft. And the man, for his part, just seems to be waiting.
Crow is going to look left and right and back at the man and say, "Needest thou to be here?"
I don't know. That is the question, isn't it?
Just a wide shot of the two staring at each other. It's like, yeah, that was my question.
He will think on it for a minute longer and say, maybe I'll know the answer in the morning. I'm not sure. Things have a way of sorting themselves out.
Crow's weirdly defeated by this, and his eyes just go to the floor, and he's going to look left and right, and then head towards something like a hookah lounge / opium den.
Yeah, the man will continue behind you. Just say, women, food, chance? No, you? Opium. Fantastic. The stuff clouds are made of. Shall we?
Stop commenting. he's weirdly disarmed, but like wearied. Like for some reason, his only power is soft protestations, but he doesn't really do anything about his fucking commentator.
Yeah, he will just kind of open the door for you and say, in the South they call it the Thing of Oracles. Visions not yet understood. And the rest...
Steps
Go
inside.
ahead. The rest of you at this point, if you are trying to, you can catch up to Crow and this man who doesn't seem to be moving too quickly.
Yes. Yeah, I will. I'll get there as quick as I'm allowed to.
I'll bring up the back, dragging my feet, with my bellows still in hand.
Yeah. He will just kind of laugh and say, looks like you're all cut from the same cloth. And he will continue to let the door open for you.
Ricote will just look at the guy, and he'll say, I'm sorry, who are you?
He will just kind of think for a minute and say, Samuel Plenty. Samuel Plenty.
Samuel Plenty, of course you are. Samuel Plenty, what have you spirited away my helmsman for tonight?
I would never. He came here on his own accord. I am following him.
Why are you following him?
See what he'll do.
Ricote's gonna lean in close to this guy, and he's gonna say, what are you after, Samuel Plenty?
Am I asleep? Am I still asleep?
This is a lore roll to see if I know anything about this strange cruise.
Please get a 0. Oh, fuck.
One will let you know that, man, this thing's been around a long time. Probably 100 years, so which I guess to you isn't much. But it just has gotten bigger and bigger over the years. And it just seems to bring on more and more people, and they kind of build to accommodate for that. People come and go, but more people stay than leave, is what I would say with a 1.
Do it. All right. Okay. I don't know
but-
why I was gonna ask more. Like I got more. I'm like, well,
Yeah,
what else?
You want to know like how it works? I think a lore 1, not really. You just know that it's been around a while.
So it's been around a while. Long.
Yeah. It's a prestigious thing. That's what
All
I
right.
would say. It has a bit of an accolade or like an acclaim to it.
I was
I'll-
worried it had like some supernatural quality, which is why. I
Oh,
was,
definitely. Oh, I'm sorry.
okay,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. Yes.
All right.
I hope everyone rolls like shit on lore about this place tonight. We never have any idea by the time we leave.
Remember that time we went on a pleasure cruise and we had no idea why?
I don't remember that.
And he will just you ended on what are you after?
Yeah.
He will say plainly, uh, today him, tomorrow you.
He's
You're really hung up on why, aren't you?
he's
That's a
going.
trap. I'll tell you right now. That is a dead end, sir.
He's gonna say, "Men who do not ask why find themselves at the bottom of the sea." Samuel Plenty.
No, 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 no. Men who ask why are too busy looking behind them to see what's in front of them. Oh, I lost him. Look at this. And he will kind of turn around to try to see where Crow is.
Kane's
He,
strongest characters are the random guys who come into the plot just like, what's up? I'm part of this now. And you can't discern what it is they want.
Rakote is gonna turn to the pale lady in Rastavan, and he'll say, "I am not entirely sure what is happening here."
Do I know the name of this with a lore one?
Yeah, Fortune's favor. It was on the side of the ship.
Ah, yes. It is the fortune's favor.
He'll say, "Yes, I'm aware of the vessel. I'm not sure what's taken Crow. What has inspired such intrigue in Crow?"
Maybe he's gotta kill somebody here.
It is possible.
You should ask him. I'm gonna try to find somewhere to, you know, sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna press on after Crow.
Perfect. Rastavan, you say somewhere to sleep, and just as quickly as you do, there is a man and woman on either side of you who will say, "Don't imagine there's many comfy beds on a ship like that."
We saw you from across the bar and we liked your vibe.
Look, if you guys are gonna try to rope me into some kind of weird, like, threesome thing, I'm really not feeling it right now.
How about a twosome?
How about a onesome with me in a bed?
Let you fuck my wife and I watch.
The woman looks to the man and says, "Can we work with that?" Sure, he can use my bed.
I don't know if I wanna.
Oh, you do. It's very comfortable.
But you have to strap yourself in.
It is a hanging bed.
Yeah, maybe. What do you got?
They will laugh and just say, "Nothing but the finest goose feathers." See, that caught your interest? And the man will just kind of like point at you way too close.
I'm gonna look down at his finger and then look back up at him. Are you all like this?
Fun? Says the woman. I think so.
Yeah, sure. How much? Just... I know this ain't gonna be free, so what am I gonna have to pay for a bed?
They will just tut their head and say, "Paying? No, nothing of the sort. You just need to find a bed. And that'll be your bed."
What?
Darling, he looks confused. He does seem a bit out of sorts. Are you okay, sir? Have you already indulged?
I'm just very tired after let's call it a very big day I had. And I want to sleep.
Okay, well, we will do nothing to stop you. No, in fact, we'll help him, says the wife. Yes, we should. We will help you find a bed. We won't even share it.
Is everyone else still here? Well, I guess the other two.
I'm wherever Rakote is, so if we moved on, we've left you behind.
I did kind of start hobbling away.
I think, Rastavan, you're alone, and what this would play out is, if you want to find a bed, it's an investigate challenge.
Let's find a bed.
Please make
challenge-
it crazy high so he's stuck doing this all night. I want this to
No.
be his
It doesn't have to be high. I have no investigation, so.
Already
whatever
hard
you want.
enough.
You'll never
No.
make it.
It's a challenge of 2, but because you didn't immediately turn these people away, you can get a +1 on your roll.
Okay.
Fuck
Oh
off.
my god.
So
Oh my
sick of
God.
this.
Oh my
So sick of you getting away with it.
I find the king of beds.
You sure do,
No,
bud.
no, you like
King of
describe to
sleep.
me. Describe to me.
What is
this?
the king of beds?
Describe to me the king of beds.
Oh, I find a long a long locked up mattress like retailer place that no one just thought to open up after all these years. And these pristine beds are just lying out there waiting to be bought.
There's a California king.
It's just been there's just been a big thing of sheet metal over the front of the place, and I just pull it back and there's a door. There you go. I don't know.
The man will just say, "Look where he's led us. A mattress store. Yeah, I just thought it was a facade. No, looks like there's mattresses." And he will kind of look at you, Rostavan.
Who buys mattresses?
Oh, no one.
Okay. And I'm just gonna walk in.
Yeah, they will follow it behind you, and then they will shout out, "We found more beds!" And there will be a swarm of people that start running behind you.
Oh no.
But we will cut as roughly 50 people start pushing their way into the mattress store behind you.
Oh shit, I'm gonna get fucking Black Friday'd by these people.
And when we rejoin, Crow, you are in a smoke, like a temple to the opioids, to anything that can be held in your lungs and passed out. It is a 3-story thing with a pipe that stretches from the first floor all the way up to the 3rd. That's kind of the centerpiece, but all around it are many decorative throw pillows and blankets, all of which have people kind of lounging amongst them.
Yeah, it is, if searched, there's not much dynamism to my quest here. The route to follow him just ends at one of these pillows, kind of amongst other people, and Crow is just smorking it up. He's enjoying himself like a patron. He still has that psychotic look in his eyes, the non-look on his face, but he has got a smorkin' tube.
Samuel Plenty is going to say, "Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Oh lord.
No.
He will just kind of look at you and say, "All right." And then he will immediately sit down. And he will take out a dice from his pocket and roll. And he will say, "Could have been a 4. That's a good number."
Why?
Because it gets you this. And he will take out a little grub, which he will crack in half, and then he will drip the liquor into his eye. And then he will
Nasty.
blink twice.
What is this?
I don't know the name for it. I just know that it lets me see tomorrow.
Crow reaches his hand out.
Oh no, Crow, no. We know this is a bad idea.
Perfect.
Look at this place.
Crow, you take it.
You see tomorrow.
You have notice on your sheet. Your notice skill can be used or applied to something a minute ahead of time.
Okay.
So if you roll notice, we can roll and see what happens, and then that will happen objectively. There is no changing it.
All right.
And he will just kind of wait for a moment. And he will say, "See, I knew you were going to take it. 4 is a good one."
He just sort of side-eyes Samuel and then continues to blink the substance out of his eyes and then slides the hookah underneath his bandana again.
You see Rosavan to the left, or sorry, Rakote to the left of you, and then you see another Rakote settle into the place where the first Rakote was. And Rakote, you're now next to Crow.
Rakote will say, probably the time delay to his voice. He's gonna kind of loom over you, this ghastly vision, and he'll say, Crow, if you wanted a hookah, we could have found one on the ship.
Do you have hookah on the ship?
Is that Samuel?
Yeah, Samuel asked that. Just kind of blinking.
He's going to just snap his head and say, I will deal with you momentarily.
Ricote
flap his
falls
hand.
down into the hookah pit. That's what that sound is.
Whoa.
In response to Samuel asking if they even have one, Crow interjects and says,
Don't care. Antique, not finery.
I was just gonna say you could have this one.
Ricote will,
The pale lady is like standing beside Ricote, but she's kind of like looking around the room, kind of like a wandering animal. Not really sure what to make of this weird place.
Ricote will say, I'm not entirely sure what's happening to you, Crow. Do you have a target here? Somebody to fulfill your mission?
he blows smoke through the fibers of his sea-stained bandana and just belches a,
Nay.
Then why have we gone off course?
Docked to partake.
He's gonna just breathe in really deep through his nose like a fucking parent that's trying not to lose his shit while everybody's having fun. And I want to get a good look at him. I don't want to just meta this and into it that I think there's like magic at play here, because
Yeah.
Crow's acting strange, but I don't want to go right to like, oh, I know why he's acting strange.
Sure.
But I do want to try to get a pulse on Crow with an empathy and just try to figure out if I can ascertain what has gotten into him with the way that he's acting. Like, does he appear to be altered? Is he just doing this on his own? Crow's kind of an enigma, like, in and of himself, so it's not... I don't know him well enough to know what's going on with him.
You'll never defeat me. Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Dude, you are so baked right now.
Oh my god, he's
God,
so
man.
high.
I'm like lying to a cop in front of the 7-Eleven.
Oh my god.
Wow,
me.
unnecessary.
It
Fucking
is
dart.
unequivocally obvious that there is no charm over him. He is not spellbound. Crow is just enjoying himself.
Ricote will sort of lower to kind of hunch over the pillow, and he'll say, if you wanted to calm your nerves before we depart, kind of glance to Samuel, knowing full well he probably can't trust this weird guy. He'll say, there are ways to communicate to your captain if we are going to make a stop.
Crow is lowering his mouth from having lifted some kind of mutton leg under his bandana into his mouth, and in response he belches and sits up straight and sees that you're not leaving, and squares you in the eye and says,
Palace of pleasure. Wanted to partake. Nerves undaunted.
I see. And he'll say, I imagine you've sailed with a captain before. It's not just you on a dinghy being whipped around by the waves. You understand the position this puts me in, and the confusion and ire you may draw from the other men.
Thou needest something.
Oh.
He's gonna say, I am going to find Rostovan, and we are going back to the Anaphilie. If you are not on board when I do, then you may enjoy an extended stay on your cruise. Do you understand me, Crow?
Let me check something. Crow says he sits up straight and is going to try to provoke Rakote to stay until Crow feels done. And I'm going to invoke my cursed blood has begun to disfigure my appearance and my health boost, as Crow
Okay.
says.
Whatever it is thou'rt afraid of, 'tis not going to hasten thy end, unless thou goest without the anchorfish's acolyte. Thou will be useless, even with thy crew, bunch of sheep. Stay. Enjoy. Stop your botherance.
Good. Solid.
And I would say, like, I'm aiming not for, like, will damage. It's either, like, yes or no type situation here.
Yeah. I really liked that dialogue. I think what would be the consequence like I have to take it or not take it. There's no in between.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Just to make
Yeah.
it dramatic, I think. Like,
Okay.
I don't want will damage or something like that. That's not story.
Right.
Agreed.
I will invoke the last fate point that I have then. Sorry, 0 for whatever reason. 0 on the numpad is my mute. I need to change that. I will invoke that I'm the captain of the Anaphilie. And I'll bite down on that. And a +2, obviously, I'm not re-rolling. So unless I get hit, unless I get hit with the Uno reverse card, he's going to say, "I will not repeat myself."
You know, you guys could have it out. Could be a combat because
I don't.
we don't
That's
do-
really. I don't feel like that.
we don't do that often, and if it does result in someone losing, it does just become like conceding in a way that isn't like you just got shot in the face. Just conceding to that person.
Yeah, that would take an hour. I'm not going to start a conflict over it.
Are you going to let this stand, or are you going to use another fate point? Do you have anything you want to do?
I'll be honest, I'm out, so I don't have a contest if you do play one.
I don't know about any of mine. Crow is going to sit there and put his elbow on his knee and stand up. And he's going to say,
Very well.
Oh, we're getting
No.
up. Okay. Good.
Thou wilt payest the price thou wishest.
and he's going to walk off for the like liquor bar.
Okay. Yeah. Samuel will follow close behind. Rakote and Pale Lady, do you follow? Or leave him?
No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go look for Rostavan.
Okay.
Yeah, the Pale Lady will continue following Rakote.
Perfect. In case we'll join you in a second, but the camera will continue to follow Crow and Samuel as he comes behind you and says, "That's a good idea, but my mouth always gets dry after that." And then he will kind of look up at you and say, "I do want to be a friend to you, you know. It sounds like you were looking for someone?"
Nay.
I'm not talking about the one who ran off. The way it sounded, you're looking for someone particular.
His mission will eventually occur to him, and he'll go into his pocket and pull out the list and say,
Alexis Moore.
Mm-hmm. That's a good name.
Knowest her?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we have a way of dealing with this. Did you want help? You have to choose. I can't tell you.
Yes. Help.
Fantastic. We have a very scientific approach to this. And he's going to start leading you up past a giant smoking bowl that a person has been stuffed inside, and people are starting to smoke him.
"No, please, no!"
And when he does, he will push open these two large double doors, and you will see a map, an extensive map of not just the Shallows, but the kingdoms to the north, east, south, the entire world as it is known. And the man will just Samuel will just kind of bow towards it, and then look to you as if you should bow.
He'll hesitate and look back and forth and back, and then give a very half-hearted bow.
Excellent. Now then, he will approach. There's like a kind of a tabernacle in front, and you can see that it's adorned with gold. He will reach in, kind of sheltering what he picks up with his hand, and he will closely, just kind of walk towards you very carefully. And then his hands will part almost as if he's revealing a dove, and inside will be a dart, like a throwing dart.
I'll take
He will
it gently.
present it to you. He will say to you, let's see. People call it luck, providence, whatever it is. It's the next thing. What comes after this? And what comes next for you is picking that up, tossing it at this here board, and seeing just where that Alexis you're talking about is. Works every time.
Crow is like underhand turning it toward the map, and then turns again to Samuel and says,
Every time.
That I've heard of, yeah. And this...
He-
go
Waits
ahead.
a second and then hucks it.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have you roll a d20. If it is a 15 through a 20, I will reveal one location of the person you're hunting.
Oh man, that doesn't sound like me.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a +7 bonus to this stat, though.
Oh yeah. He's got that one. He said.
If you use a fate point, I will allow you to re-roll.
Yeah,
This
all
is
right.
a place of chance. Alright. Another d20.
Ooh, hot dice. We got this one. Come on. Fuck.
Ah. It will kind of fly wide, and then you will see it poke in the depths. Just kind of like this giant black pit in the map. And Samuel will just kind of say, "Oh, that is bad luck. That's a bad future. You don't want to go that way." But I guess you will. Or you won't.
Crow stares at Samuel.
I think we're friends now, he'll say, just kind of nodding. We've learned a lot about each other.
What this shot cuts out on is the head and shoulders of Samuel smiling, and for all like 3 frames, Crow's hand lurching into frame and grabbing him by the neck before it cuts away.
Yeah, perfect. In that case, we will rejoin Rostavan. You found the King of Beds. Unfortunately, so did a number of other people, all of which are kind of filing in and kind of taking the mattresses. A few of them are like flipping it over, trying to see which side is more comfortable.
I'm gonna go to the back of the store, and since I got a 5, I'm gonna be afforded this.
Yep.
There's gonna be the one bed to rule them all in the back, in the storeroom. That's gonna be mine.
Is it a waterbed?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not a waterbed.
Fair enough. I will say that it has magic fingers, which is a strange thing, an anachronistic thing almost. But in this ship that has been all around the world, it is the one luxury afforded to you as you are able to lay out on, let's say, the most comfortable thing you've ever touched in your entire life.
Yeah, I barely remember getting on this bed, and I'm already gonna be snoring, snoozing.
Okay. What we're gonna do now is roll against a will challenge of. This all makes sense. Will challenge of 5.
No!
Okay,
He'll do it. Fucking...
Okay.
almost.
It is a deep sleep, one that almost rocks you. You don't even feel the movement of the ocean anymore. It feels like solid ground, or like a kind of grass has been laid out to you. And Rostavan, you fall into a deep sleep. Rakote and Pale Lady, you do not know where Rostavan is currently. All you know is that there is a roughly 2-mile long ship that you are stationed on. What's the plan?
I'm gonna hit contacts, describing Rostavan, and seeing if anybody can point me in that direction.
How do you notice separately?
Okay. Contacts challenge of 2, notice challenge of 3.
Thank goodness. There's too many people in here.
No. That would, yeah, really. Rakote, it's pretty easy because you're following a hero. The man who found the mattresses. They call him the King of Sleep.
The king of sleep.
Oh my god.
And as you kind of get closer and closer, you see that there are people carrying mattresses overhead and just kind of like throwing them on the side of the deck and plopping down for a night's sleep. All of which leads you to the mattress shop.
Yeah, I like the idea of fucking Rakote trying to describe Rostavan's hood and his mask and being cut off and oh, the Mattress King.
That's not a mask, it's a crown, says one of the people.
And he's 12 feet tall. He's made of pillows.
Yeah. I heard he can steal dreams, says one woman.
He's just kind of pushing through the crowd to find the Mattress King.
Perfect. In that case, you enter into a cabal as people are just kind of eating, drinking, and sleeping on these various mattresses. And you eventually do find the back room where one Rostavan is kind of just completely laid out.
I'm splayed out like I am making a snow angel, except I'm just laying on a bed.
Yeah, it looks like the mattress is almost formed alongside of him, like he's flat. Like if you took a level, he would be level with the top of the mattress. It's perfectly contouring his body.
Oh my god, how do I even go about waking him? I'm gonna start by just calling his name.
Nothing.
He's gonna turn to the Pale Lady, and he's going to say, "Your voice is much stronger than mine. Pull him from this sleep."
Challenge of 1, that was the difference at the will roll.
Ah.
Yeah,
Right.
she will she will kind of lurch her long form over the bed, and she will just start singing. Rostavan, whatever deep sleep you're in, it's sort of like this cloying sound starts to reach you from within the void, and you start to feel yourself rise.
Yes. Yes. Oh man.
There's an ethereal.
What? Where am I? Oh. Hello.
Rakote will say, "We're leaving."
But I just found this bed.
And it will be here for hundreds more years.
Cool. Can I sleep here hundreds more years?
It will kill you, but if that is what you wish.
Rakote
Yeah.
will say,
How's that
We are
supposed to help
not-
me?
"We are
Rick-
not staying a second longer."
Rakote, I need you to roll provoke if you're trying to get him up against the bed.
Yes.
A provoke against the bed, Jesus Christ.
What's the best?
2.
What am I trying to be?
Challenge of 2. The bed holds fast to you currently.
You haven't given me a good reason to get out of this really nice bed.
I was gonna say, our time is running short.
I want to try to create a notice advantage separately.
I'm exhausted from what we just did. Can't we just stay here like a day?
He's gonna say, I have no guarantees that my quarry will still be there in a day.
And as I said, this ship will be around for hundreds of years more.
Doesn't help me.
So sleepy.
I want to create a notice. I want to try to create a notice advantage by finding like a pitcher of wine or like water, something nearby.
Okay. Challenge of just 1. It's an old store. Like, it says some stagnant water. It's been left here.
Athletics, huh?
Oh, that same skill. Sorry, wrong
Okay.
one.
Yep. So there'll be a very placid, kind of dusty glass of water.
The pale lady will, realizing this is kind of getting nowhere, reach across and take the water, and she'll just dump it on top of Rastavan and the bed.
Who drowns as it all pools inside his mask he's sealed in.
Just
All the other times I've been in water, only this time it's killing me. Just now.
A glass of water's worth.
As though, like, in the third movie, they just made Darth Vader's mask incorrectly for his... He just can't breathe. He'll have waterboard on him, and it'll start to steam off of him as he starts to sit there, just staring down at the ground.
So it's a +2 for you, Rakote.
Or whoever wants to get out. Like, if you want to get out of this bed, there's going to be a roll because this bed is not letting you go currently.
I don't want to get out of this bed.
He doesn't want to get in.
No, if it's somebody else.
He's giving the bed a +1.
No character has given my character a reason to get out of his bed. I mean, except for the water, I guess. That's,
It's uncomfortable now.
That just makes me pissed.
It's a wet bed. Looks like you pissed
Really
the
makes
bed.
me pissed, yeah.
Ah,
You
embarrassing.
peed in the bed.
Let's see. I did provoke last time. Let's try rapport this time.
Do we want the it? Oh wait, the bed is the challenge.
Bed is the challenge.
Okay.
Oh
never
shit! I don't know if I can roll rapport with the bed. If I'm.
Well, you're
trying
gonna
to get
roll
over the
rapport
bed.
at Rostavan?
Yeah.
How is that?
Okay. Well,
How is that ever gonna work?
Oh, that's right. You can't make. You can't.
nah. I would say
All right.
provoke is the way forward.
All right, I just feel bad rolling it twice. It's like it
Hey,
didn't work.
no,
last
no, it's
time.
fine. Like,
It's taking
say
time.
It's taken time. You've tried to reassess, so
Okay.
down to 2.
I'm going to tell you
All
that
right.
from my side of what I'm scheming, this time's going to cost you.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay.
He'll look down and he'll say he's just gonna do the same thing that he did with Crow. He's gonna say I am on my way back to the Anaphalie, and if you do not follow by the time I'm in my captain's quarters, we shove off. And whatever else it is that you needed my ship for on these seas, well, I best hope this pleasure cruise is as charitable with their charts as I am.
Damn. All right. The bed will go slack currently and start pushing you out.
The bed whines like a cartoon dog.
You will slowly be pushed out, almost like the shape was cut out for you, and it just starts to disappear. The bed's still very comfortable, though.
You can stay here if you want.
Yeah, you could,
Is it
technically.
cool if I chill here?
Rostavan will stand, sopping wet, and he'll look back at the bed. Fine. And he'll grab the pillow he brought with him.
It is good. We should leave this ship. It is said that when men step aboard it, they do not often leave.
Oh, that's why that happened.
Perhaps.
Well, this is probably all a dream anyway, so...
Oh no. I have seen the ship in passing before.
Oh.
It is very real.
Hey, are you guys using this bed? It looks like you just got out of it.
Slop them up! They
yeah,
say
I-
pouring water.
I pissed in it, so...
Don't want to go in
As
there.
you could see.
He starts pissing on it, too.
Yeah, this stranger with a strangely tantalizing voice does a swan dive formation and dives into the bed the second you say that.
Does
He's
a
also
water splash
gone.
as he does.
No, he disappears and the bed goes flat. He is gone. Forever.
Fantasies, deliriousness, and delusions. This is the death of a sailor. We depart now.
Hold on. Where's Crow?
That's a great segue.
Honestly, it's a very good segue.
I did. Flash cut.
As
Crow,
you say,
what are you doing?
As one says death of a sailor and the other says where's Crow, I would like to cut to Crow murdering Norman aboard the Anaphalie.
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
Oh.
Wow.
Do we want to do this?
It's a good question.
Because I don't want to...
Oh, Christ on a bike. All right, let's get on with the fucking campaign.
No. I don't want you to not play your character. I don't want it to be like a dragged out thing. Like I can't just ignore that if it happens.
It's a good question. I mean, would you be stealthy? Do you commit to this?
Yeah, I'd be stealthy.
Okay. I would just say, I mean, there is high risk here if you got caught. I mean, it would be a whole issue with, like, believability. Like, could Crow stay on board? Hell no. That's definitely a risk here.
I do think murdering a crew member, we'd have to reconcile that. I don't want this to turn into, like, another party delusioning thing where we have to figure out who we go with.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue with the campaign.
Okay, well then where do you end up then?
Well, he yelled at me and left, and I didn't hear any tell of Rostavan's quest taking a while, so Crow is back on the ship, having thrown Samuel overboard somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, Sam, do you actually throw him overboard at one point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
He'll,
I think that's good
go
for
ahead.
him.
Yeah, he's going to kind of like let you drag him along, and he'll just say, "Where are we going?"
Crow takes him all the way back to the entrance.
I've already been here.
Crow's going to walk across whatever gangplank enters you into the place and just gently huck him overboard into the ocean.
Yeah. He will just kind of like be completely caught off guard and then a moment just start laughing when he reemerges and just says, "A swim then. Excellent. Join me."
Crow's going to walk back to the Anopheles.
Samuel looks left and right and realizes there's no immediate way to get back on board. He just starts treading water for a few minutes.
Uh-oh.
And after a while, Rastavan and the rest of you can be going to the other side, and you'll hear a voice shout from below. "Hello? Do you have a ladder?"
Is there a ladder?
Oh, yeah. You got ropes,
Like a
ladders.
rope or something?
Yep.
I want to throw it into the water, but like all of it, like not whatever would be attached to.
He will wait a minute and then laugh and say, "Maybe another one. This one's broken."
He's gonna start moving for the Anopheles at that point.
Yeah, there will just be the sound of revelry, which continues, which kind of like becomes a cacophonous yelling, cheering, screaming. All of these sounds blending together and just kind of becoming more and more haunting as you leave. And then when you step foot on the Anfuli, the ship is completely gone. The gangplank just drops into the water, and it is just all of you on the Anfuli.
I have a compromise.
Okay.
When Rakote gets back to his captain's quarters, there is a half-alive Norman with the knife still in his gut, sat in Rakote's chair, facing the door.
Jesus.
He'll yeah, as he walks in with his little candle on a plate, and sees the very injured Norman, he'll hobble over to him, and he's gonna put his hands on his shoulders, and he'll say, "Norman, son, are you with me?"
He's bad, Captain. I knew it as soon as I saw him.
He'll turn to the door, and then he'll turn back to you, Norman. And
That's why I had to stop him.
Oh, Crow's dead in this scenario, by the way.
Yeah.
oh shit.
My plus
Yes,
5
fi-
fight.
Got one
Fixed
over.
down in the water like a Oblivion NPC.
I like Crow laid out like a Bethesda character, just totally wrecked out.
Crow is fully
Inelegant.
dead in the Pale Lady's quarters, sat in a chair with a shovel in his neck.
I had to stop him.
He's gonna turn towards the door and kind of look into the darkness, and he's gonna look back to Norman, and he's going to say, "I will deal with this in time, Norman. This you know."
Be careful when you do, Captain. I thought I had it figured out. Look at me.
He's gonna say, "You will be fine."
Some
He's gonna
tears
say-
kind of welling in his eyes as he just kind of nods.
He'll say, "Did anybody see you?"
No, that was the point. He seemed out of sorts. I thought it'd be easy. He's not human. He's not a man. He's just pretending to be one.
He'll say, "He is as rogue as the tide, This you must understand.
I don't
But
have to do
like-
shit. But go ahead.
He'll wait for that and he'll say, but like the tide, he is easy to understand, so long as you abide by what you see.
He's captain now? Really?
He'll say, there is one captain aboard this ship, and regardless of what happened to you tonight, you will mind that, and you will respect it.
He will immediately shrink, which is pretty
Yeah.
easy,
He'll
given his
say,
name.
you have until we dock at the next port to decide if you continue to sail with the Anaphalee. Young man, I did not want this to happen to you, but you must understand. Things are different now.
Seems like it. He'll try to stand up.
He'll say, sit. Wait. And I'm gonna go look for the Pale Lady.
She's there. She's probably just hanging out on the deck, top deck, staring very stilly, just off into the horizon. Sort of in the general direction where the boat disappeared, but you sometimes just catch her doing this, staring off into, well, to the north.
Watching Samuel lose energy.
Watching his lip turn blue.
Fisher is sitting near the Pale Lady with a tiny little bed that he had pulled off the ship. Just kind of like curled up on it. But you can walk up. The Pale Lady continues to stare northwards.
He'll find her and he'll say, I need you to attend young Norman.
Did he indulge on the ship?
He did not.
Very well. Where is he?
In my captain's quarters, where he will stay.
She'll turn with kind of a sweeping motion, and she'll give you sort of a once over with like a slow blink, but she will head towards your quarters to go take a look at him.
He is going to then, and I'm not intending to drag this out. I actually think something interesting might come of this. He's going to then go look for Crow.
I think the camera will find Crow standing over on some higher deck over your shoulder the minute you decide to look for him. Watching you.
He'll slowly start to climb in that direction.
I'll check my watch when the time that this takes gets awkward.
Oh, like 2 hours. It's a long time. I like a shot though of Crow standing, looking so imposing, bathed in moonlight, as the fog kind of rolls away, and Rakote is gonna sit on a barrel opposite him.
After the negotiative silence Rakote allows, Crow will say,
Didst thou receive the message?
I did.
The next time the knife will go all the way in.
He's gonna look up, and he's going to say, will you attend my stories tonight, Crow? Or shall I save my breath?
Crow sits, but looks ready to... He always has a posture full of potential energy of being about to leap.
He'll grip his cane and just sort of tighten his fingers around it, and he'll look very level at you, and he'll say, perhaps I am confusing to you. or reviling a weak man in a position of power. This is difficult for you to reconcile with. That I understand. Crow, I do not mean to exert dominion over you. As a captain, I need to maintain order. If you act on your own accord on board my ship, then I am nothing. And you either need to kill me and throw me into the sea, or we need to find something of an understanding. I'm not offering you an ultimatum. I do not want you to leave my ship. I know that I must seem crazy to those who observe me from the outside. You appear to them as a madman because they do not understand you. They do not know the things that I know about you. However little that may be, you are strong. Probably the strongest man I have ever met, and you are correct. I need you. But I know that you need me too. Not because I know things, not because I have things, but because I understand you, because I will find ways to defend you from a world that doesn't understand. Because I don't want you to rush into a situation that leaves you broken and unable to see your quest through. I take no exception to those whom you wish to kill. The only time I ever feel the need to insert myself is when I fear the law. And perhaps you need to understand where that fear comes from, because I believe it is that fear that you are perceiving makes me weaker than I appear to be. And he'll sort of look around the ship and he'll say, I do not fear for my life. I do not fear for my legacy. I do not fear for any bodily harm to come to me. I do not even fear for the Anaphili to sink to the bottom of the ocean. I fear that I will reach the end of my life, that the bends will take me and leave me swimming without a thought in my mind, content to end my days swirling in the torrent below. And I will not have an opportunity to pull the life from the lungs of the man who took everything from me. It is revenge that fuels my heart, Crow. I want so bad to taste his blood. And I fear anything that comes between me and that reality. Do you understand?
Revenge?
He'll say, the Tyburn Company who awaits us at White Cliff. They are, and he'll say, I know in your lifetime many insignificant men will come and go, but they are not one of them. Not for a long time, anyway. They will outlive me. If I had children, they would outlive them and their children's children. They wanted to absorb my business, and I told them no. And so they found a man to stock my Anaphili with coffins, knowing full well it would destroy me in reputation and take my freedom from me. But God willing, I survived, and fortune smiled on me when it provided me with you and Rostavan and the lady. I feel as though I will get my revenge. And you know how desperate revenge can drive a person to be. There is nothing I won't do for you, and for them, so long as I know that I can get that revenge. So you know that my word is bond when I say I will take you to every last person on your list as fast as I can. I will watch you spill their blood without exception, and I will assist you in escaping whatever parameters may come from that. Gold Shirts, Tyburn, the bloody king himself could pursue you, and I would spirit you away on my Anaphalie, that I know I could get that revenge. You are stronger than I am. You could kill me without a thought. I'm surprised that you didn't tonight. But if I lose my crew, Crow, if they see you dispatching them, they will look to me to provide you with a consequence. And if I cannot do it, they will mutiny or they will jump overboard and I will have nothing. And if I cannot sail this ship, I cannot have my revenge. Do you understand?
He's been staring back. There's just various cuts to Crow making the same face.
He'll say, I did not cut your pleasure short tonight to exert anything over you beyond the potential loss of respect from my crew. No harm should come to them because of my pride.
Crow will, in response, it'll just be the sloshing of the boat on the tides. He will slowly pick up a hook that has a pointed end, turn it pointed end toward him, and slowly bring it to his chest and through that soft spot just underneath your rib cage and into his chest. A concerning amount, the fleshy parting, the only sound on the wind, until it is all the way in and he's just got a hook dug into him sticking out. And Crow says,
Now thou understands.
He will. He's gonna try to not be horrified at that, but I feel like it's kind of impossible. There is just a tremble to his lips and a gulp in his throat at that, and he'll say, "Then." I'll say, then my decree as captain is thus. No longer are you to be treated by the crew as somebody on the outside. They will respect you. They will adhere to the decisions that you make as helmsmen, and I won't hear a word otherwise.
Crow stands up, just continuing to bleed into his pantaloons, and looming over, will say,
When thou faceth eternity, pleasure be all there is. Do not pass it up fruitlessly.
and he looks at the empty space where the pleasure palace was.
He'll look over, and he'll say, "Ah, well now I understand."
He's going to pull the hook out of his chest and slide it right back into whatever place it held on his tool belt.
Rakote will stand then, and he will he'll nod his head in your direction, and he'll say, hope the rest of the evening finds you well, Crow.
"'Tis but a second to me."
I think that's a good line for me to hobble away at.
It'll also clock as the first time that I have intentionally ever had him acknowledge himself as an entity in
Yeah.
pronouns.
Oh,
I was
interesting.
gonna say he's always said, yeah, that's absolutely true.
Cool.
He's gonna start steering the boat and bleeding into his boots.
Yeah, let's just let that steady tick of the blood against the wood get us into break.
Then I'm gonna
Pick
go
it up
kill
from
Fisher.
there.
No,